Okay, there you go. There goes one right there.
On this episode of Saltwater Afflictions, woo-hoo!
And he's got it. Oh, the son of a gun. Oh, right, he hit it, folks. Here's a beautiful snook right here. Look at that. How pretty is that snook? Stand on one side or the other. Dadgum. What is it? It's got to be another one. Look at this. Are you kidding me? Exciting. Florida Keys action, catching mackerel. Things that make you go, woo-hoo! Look at this thing.
One man.
Whew, all right.
3 cameras.
There's one. Right there. How about that?
And an adventure in God's great outdoors.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you. It has been a beautiful day.
It's time for Saltwater Afflictions.
Woo-hoo!
I'm not letting him go. Oh my God.
Woo-hoo! Woo-hoo! You gotta love it. All right, it looks like. Oops, looks like I almost went out the boat. Okay, another great adventure in God's great outdoors has begun here in the Florida Keys. Oh, let me get my... Okay. Let the fun begin. We're strapped up, got wires hanging everywhere. I think we're looking okay. Yeah, I think we're doing good. Okay, listen, it's snook season here in the Florida Keys. So let's see if we can target a few of those. And it's a beautiful day. Not supposed to have any rain. We got a northeast wind today, about 7 miles an hour. And this is the area that has been holding snook, and it's also the place where I caught that 27.25 inch, or excuse me, and a half inch fish. The reason that becomes important, in order to keep a snook, they have to be at least 28 inches in the Keys area, Monroe County. They have to be, I believe it's 28, no smaller than 28, and no greater than 33. And that's one thing about Florida, the state of Florida. They're very big on conservation, and they're always changing these rules and regulations. So as a good rule of thumb, it's always good to get on their website, fwc.com, and check out the latest and greatest information, because I'll tell you, the state of Florida has got the latest and greatest. And they've got, man, I can't even begin to tell you the amount of water that they have to manage. And I really have to tell you, I'm impressed with them. I really am. I've dealt a lot with the Wildlife Game Commission in the state of Tennessee. And, there's always opinions to be had by everybody, isn't there? And I'm no different. But I will tell you, the overall effort of people taking care, preserving, and managing our wildlife, for the most part, it's 5 stars, And we're approaching where I want to be. I'm going to grab my Ricky Red. Oh, shoot, that was something I forgot. That's there. Yeah, I brought a step in the boat to be able to see a little bit better, and I think I'm going to have to remember that I don't need to kick it. Okay, here's what we got. Here's the 3X Strike King Z2. I got a 3/16 weight on it. 40-pound mono leader. 30-pound braid. I got my Seamar. This is a C5500. And also, I got my Ricky Red 7-foot heavy. Let's go see what we can find.
Well, folks, once again, the spot that I thought I was going to catch them on did not produce a bite. So I kept working the perimeter of the mangroves till I finally got to the place that I'd caught that snook the very last time I was here. And folks, it didn't take too long to get the first bite of the day.
Okay, we're on something. We're good. Okay, I think we got us a little jack. Yeah, got us a jack this morning time. Right where he needed to be. Pretty fish. All right. I was letting that bait sink so far down. Oh, that's pretty fish. Oh, big bull shark. There he is again. Dadgum. That fish, dadgum. That's a big old bull shark. You know, well, first fish of the day. Beautiful Jack Crevalle. Look at there. Listen to him. Isn't that something? Well, look at the way he just annihilated that bait right there. Beautiful fish. Let me make sure that bull shark ain't there. We'll release him on this side. Come on.
Well, folks, it looks like me and those bull sharks have the same idea, because we're both after snook and, of course, whatever else they can catch. But after re-rigging that plastic bait, it was time to try a different bait that I've been looking forward to throwing.
And I got just the outfit right here. Check it out. Ricky Red, 7 foot heavy bait casting outfit. This one's got my Citrix on there. I love these reels. This is the 273 left-handed model. This one here has got a Strike King Sexy Dog on it, 30-pound braid. And I think we're ready to make one cast off this point. How about that? Whoa. Is he on it? Jeez, it's a jack. How about that? How about that? I mean, that's just incredible. Just incredible to see that. Second cast. I'm going to fix that camera. Oh, my. The Jack Crevalle. Oh, unreal. Got to be careful here. I don't want that shark to get another free meal here. Man, I'll tell you what. Is that exciting, though? Look at there. I mean, this fish. And the yellow on this fish is just so beautiful. All right, let's see if I can get him. All right, look at this right here. Second cast. Second cast. Whew. Look at this big old. Now that's a much bigger jack. I'm going to be very careful here. Try to get him stopped. Got a lot of hooks flopping around. Look at that. Look how he ate that. Man, you tell me he doesn't want that bait this morning time. Right off of that point. Okay, now, we've got a little bit of a challenge here. Let's just think it through. Got to have a Robert Allen plan here.
Well, folks, after getting that feisty jack unhooked and released back to the wilds of the Florida Keys, it was time to change our tactics. So I busted out the step that was recently given to me by Captain Vincent. And once I got on it, I couldn't believe how much more I could see. Now, I know this sounds obvious, but being a bass fisherman, we don't get elevated on the decks that we fish off of. So this was like stepping on top of a high-rise, looking down into this clear water, and at any second, I just knew I was gonna see a snook.
What the heck is that thing? It's a snook. It's a big snook. Oh, damn. Boy, I tell you what. Man, I fish sometimes like I've never. Yeah, these fish are under here. Okay, there we go. There goes one right there. And he's got it. I'll be a son of a gun. Oh, right. He hit it, folks. Good. I'm going to turn this head. Keep him coming. Come on. Come on. Snooky snook time. Woo. Woo. How about that this morning time? I don't know how much of that we get on film, but I'm going to tell you something. That was just cool. Let me see if I can move this real quick so we can get some nice video footage of this. And I can tell you what happened. Hold on, big buddy. Beautiful snook. First of all, look how he gobbled. Ooh, don't get in me. Thank you. Dang it, dang it, dang it. It's got me. Okay, thank you. Well, he gobbled. You can see that bait just came out. There's the 3X. Here's a beautiful snook right here. Look at there. How pretty is that snook? He's not a big one. Probably, 17, 18. No, he's about 19 inches. So how about that this morning time? First one. So we're going to get him turned back loose so I can tell you what happened here. You ready? Can you see that? How about that? Round back to the Florida Keys. Go on. Yeah, okay, so let me tell you what happened. This is my second morning to be here and my second trip in a row to be here. This is my first destination, and repetitiveness to spots at certain times of the day, that's how you learn. Okay, so I wanted to come to this first because this is where I caught the 27.5-inch snook. But the same thing happened this morning time. As soon as I got here, there's a big shark. So what I'm finding out is that, yeah, Mother Nature in Florida, she has some really big things with teeth called sharks, and they will eat what you're looking for. So it's bound to affect the behavior of the fish, but they have their ways to get away from them. Got up on the step, and by the way, hadn't it been for this step, I would have caught that fish. And let me tell you why. The height gave me the advantage. I see why people have those platforms. Now I have one, and it's a movable one, which is better for my purposes. So as I came to this area where I just caught that fish, which I don't believe the camera is going to get all of that action, just by the nature of how it was pointed, he was cruising the mangroves from my right to my left, under a mangrove. I had an opening. I threw it and let him, just like a pass in football, and instinct took in, and that fish gobbled that 3X bait. And now I'm going to tell you, here's the outfit. Perfect biology set. The fish couldn't help himself. Here's 3X bait that he just ate. And as you can see, that's just great. Now this particular one is a Strike King brand, but it's the 3X technology. And 3X material is just so pliable that you just can't tear it apart easily. And it has its advantages, obviously. This is very buoyant, okay, so it's very hard to sink. So that allows me to put a weighted hook on right there. You can see that weighted hook. And this one right here is 3/16 of an ounce. I've got 40-pound mono. You can see it's got a little bit of a nick right there, but it's still okay. And this is a 7-foot heavy Ricky Red with 30-pound braid right here. And that 30-pound braid is on an Pixar reel. This is a 55 XT. And man, it's just perfect. You saw what just happened. Now, he wasn't a monster fish, but nonetheless, fun as can be. Gotta be more around the corner. But by this time, I believe they're already starting to get into those mangroves. So let's see if we can get a little bit more action around the corner.
Well, after making a few casts around this corner, it was time to leave, and I made about a 15-minute run and had another destination in mind when I decided to stop and fish a location that I've never caught anything before, but have always thought that I would. And needless to say, I didn't put the cameras up. And what happened next? Well, I sure wish I had.
Dadgummit. No better not to turn this camera on when I stop at a spot. And I stopped here and made one cast with my Ricky Red medium heavy. I got bit right off the bat, and I've got the Azor 40 on there. I thought it was a barracuda, so I'm gonna punk around here. This is just a piece of grass out here. It's a hump right here. It's a dark area. I'm gonna show you what I caught. You can't see what it is until I do that. But that right there is a mackerel. A dadgum mackerel, and didn't get it on film. Dadgummit, Dan. How can you not get it on film when this is what you do? All right, well, now I got the cameras up, don't I? I don't know that I'm going to catch another one of these things. Didn't even know they came back here this far. What a brilliant individual I am at times. This is what I'm using right here. Here's the Ricky Red, 7-foot and medium heavy. There's the Azores, 4000H on there. That was the bait that he hit right there. You can see the goofball who's using it. Gonna spin the thing back around and see if we can get some video footage for a TV show. What a goofy ball. All right. I will tell you that this little place right here, I fished it, no, I don't know, 3 or 4 times maybe, I don't know. And we've caught fish twice, but I mean, you can literally stand on one side or the other. Dadgum! What is it? It's gotta be another one. Look at this. Are you kidding me? Look at that. I don't know, it's gotta be mackerel time, I guess, I don't know. I don't know that you're gonna be able to see this. I don't know, whatever it is, he's got some legs on him. I'm gonna bring him up just a little bit. I don't know if it's another mackerel. I wouldn't. It is another mackerel. Oh, he's foul hooked. I see. Oh, you know what though? There's other ones with him. I'm gonna have to, there he is right there. He swatted at it. Look at here. Look at there. Who thought of that? Who thought of that? I didn't think of it. All right, let me see what I got here. I don't know if we can keep these fish or not. Look at here. Beautiful fish right there. Just a beaut. Let me put them in the live well, see what they gotta be. I think the first one's a keeper. All right, now, you're gonna ask me, how do I know if I can keep them? Well, it's real simple. I'm gonna go on my phone right here. I took snapshots of the Florida Keys and the rules and the regs. Here we go. If you can see, I've got a snapshot of the fish that you can catch. I don't know if you're being able to see that or not, but so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull this picture in and I'm gonna look up mackerel. There's the trout, here we go. Mullet, pompano, red drum, mackerel. It's a Spanish mackerel, and he's got to be 12 inches to the fork. If you can see that, that's a Spanish mackerel. Got the stripes on the side, and they're beautiful, beautiful fish. I mean, this is awesome. I mean, listen, this was totally unexpected. Great way, that's a great tip. Take a picture of it, have it on you. This is a place that I found on Google Earth. It is so small, you can throw across it with one cast. It's grass, it's a grass hump, out in the middle of nowhere. I'm going to show you this first one. That's a Spanish mackerel. Look at this thing right here. Man, isn't that beautiful? Okay, well, he's going to the house. That just doesn't get you stoking. All right, let me get back covered up. Man, I'm fired up.
Well, folks, I made a few more casts and didn't get any more bites, and also realized that the back point of view camera held in place by that rugged marine electronic mount made by Ram Mounts was out of battery. So after changing the Ram Cam's battery, I relocated my position, grabbed that medium-heavy 7-foot Akuma Ricky Red rod with the Azores 4000 reel combo, and folks, it was time to work this area with that Z-Man artificial lure.
We're just going to saturate this whole area with cast. I don't know that the camera's catching any of this, but way off over there at about, well, just straight out. There's a school of mullet or something going. So, and whatever that was big. Holy cow. All right, watching your bait. I have to think that, oh, that's just right. I can hit it all. I'm gonna let this fall, and I'm just gonna jerk and pause. There. Oh, look at that. Look at there. Is he beating me? Is he whipping me? No, he's running at me. Holy cow. Man, I don't know. Holy cow. Holy cow. I don't know what we got here, but I'm gonna tell you something. If it's another mackerel, what do we got here? It's a mackerel. It's a mackerel. Holy mackerel. Okay, and man, it's a dandy. Whew. I don't know. Okay, keep them away from the motor. See if we can turn them this way. Oh shoot, we went the wrong way. Okay. Heck. Okay. Man. All right, trying to keep his head up. Well, he ate it good, I think. We're going to be able to get him in the boat. Look at this right here, folks. Oh, come here. Oh. Woo. Drop him on the ground. And he just came off. Man. Exciting. Florida Keys action. Catching mackerel. Things that make you go, woo-hoo! Look at this thing. Oh my gosh. the Spanish mackerel.
Well, folks, as with every adventure in God's great outdoors, there's always something unexpected to enjoy. And catching this Spanish mackerel so far away from the Gulf of Mexico was an absolute surprise to me. And this particular day, I ran that egret boat over 100 miles from start to finish, exploring new areas, catching a few fish like this beautiful spotted sea trout, and enjoying the beautiful Florida Bay and all it has to offer. And folks, as the day was coming to an end, I was able to enjoy a moment that I want to share with you.
Well, what about that right there? That is the gift of the day right there. You know, how beautiful is that? That's spectacular. It's been a beautiful day, a stunning sunset, a fish catching day, and a day that I've learned quite a bit. And I'm so thankful to spend time in God's great outdoors. It's always a blessing. And that right there makes it all worthwhile. I always say the fish are extra. It's like icing on a cake. Lord, thank you for this day. Whew, man, don't know what else to say, but wow, that is spectacular. Okay, well, I'm gonna start heading in, and I just don't want to leave. But we're going to get a chance to do this again, the good Lord willing. All right. Well, folks, God bless you all. And thanks for spending your time with me today. And to our United States veterans, the fighting men and women that protect the freedoms that we enjoy, like living and loving and fishing in paradise right there. God bless you. God bless your families, and may God protect you all. And for all those that have served, you're not forgotten. And thank you for your service. Okay. My gosh, look at that. Unreal. Unreal. Let me get me a picture off my camera. That's unreal right there.
Folks, what a beautiful day in God's great outdoors, enjoyed by Dan the Man. And upcoming episodes of Saltwater Afflictions Woohoo, you'll see.
How many of these do you catch at a time? I don't know, but there's number 2. Woo-hoo!
That's right, folks. Monster snook are going to be caught on the next episode of Saltwater Afflictions Woohoo! And each of them are going to be caught on that inspired fishing gear made by Akuma. Combinations that will make you go woohoo. Our sincere gratitude to the Key Largo Chamber of Commerce, the Isla Mirada Chamber of Commerce, the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, the Florida Park Service, and the Everglades National Park, local, state, and federal agencies providing services for we the people.
Folks, our sincere gratitude to all that have served and continue to serve the United States of America. And may God bless us all. This is Joey Naples, your king of cool, living and loving in paradise, right here in the beautiful Florida Keys. I sincerely hope you join us for the next exciting adventure in God's great outdoors with Dan the Man, right here on Saltwater Afflictions.
You gotta love it.